Hey you guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. I'm Leah and I'm so excited for today's video because it's going to be all about some new habits that I have really been able to cultivate so far in the new year. And these are habits that I have been wanting, like basically for the last 5 years. These are habits that I've really cared about and I've always wanted to kind of have in my life. I think these are habits that a lot of people really want to have, and I'm excited to kind of give you a glimpse of how I've been able to do it and stick with them, and I'm so excited. So let's just get right in. I hope that you guys find this video helpful. If you do, I would love for you guys to give this video a like. I'd also love for you to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel because I'm going to be posting new videos every single week. Okay, I wanted to start this video off by telling you guys the one thing that has been the game changer in keeping these habits. And here's the secret. Whenever I've tried to set big goals in the past, I always set New Year's resolutions and I always set huge goals on New Year's. I'm like, I'm gonna change my whole life. I'm gonna start all these crazy new habits. And I just get so excited about a new year and a fresh start. And in the past, whenever I try to set new habits, it was always, so different from my old lifestyle, and it was so forceful. It was really based on willpower and grit and determination, and it wasn't based on ease. So I'm going to tell you guys why it was so easy for me to cultivate these habits now. It's because instead of being someone who wanted to have these habits, I just genuinely became someone that has these habits. And I know that sounds really subtle, but it makes all the difference in my head. I do these things now because I really want to. And it's not because I feel like I have to, or because it will make me thin, or it will make me, it'll make me more successful. It's not about that for me right now. I mean, it's really just about what feels best. I hope that that subtle shift in perspective might help you because it made all the difference for me. Okay, I'm gonna start with my first habit, and this is huge. I have stopped drinking alcohol. Now, alcohol is something for me that I have always struggled with. Ever since I started drinking in high school, I've really never been able to control how much I drink. And I'm someone who will have 2 drinks, but I'm someone who will have 1 drink. And all of a sudden, I'm a completely different person. When I'm drunk, I'm not who I am. I'm so tired of forgetting what people tell me and forgetting about situations and saying things that I would never usually say. And I just decided I just want to be someone who doesn't want to drink. So what happened was, it was Christmas this year, and I didn't end up eating a lot in the morning, and I was with my family, and I ended up drinking way too much. I didn't eat, and I just was drinking a really strong punch with champagne and vodka, and at one point, I was taking everyone's cups and finishing them, and then I went and had more to drink, and I was so just kind of unaware that I was drinking so much. And I basically forgot a lot of the things that had happened with my family and cute moments that happened on Christmas. Like, I had gifts that I didn't even remember who I got them from. And after that, I got really sick, not from drinking. I just got sick. I had a cold. And so I just couldn't really drink for a week because I was really sick and I didn't want to drink when I was sick. And because of the combination of Christmas and being sick, and I don't necessarily think that those scenarios have to happen for this kind of switch, I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to see how it feels. I'm just going to go through January and I'm just going to see how it feels to not drink. And it might be uncomfortable in certain social situations because I definitely use alcohol socially. And I said, I'm just going to see how I feel. It's not dramatic. I don't have to not drink. I can do whatever I want. This isn't forceful, which is really key for setting new habits. It's not like, oh, I drank and I ruined it all and now I'm just going to drink a lot. It's just very easy. And I was just going to feel it out. And genuinely, you guys, it has changed everything throughout this month. So I will say that I've even had a couple drinks. I wasn't totally sober. I had, maybe one drink, or I think the most I had was 2 drinks one night. And I'm telling you that I didn't like the way I even felt. I didn't like the feeling the next day. Even though I wasn't hungover, I noticed the subtle shift in drinking, and I didn't like how I even felt when I was with people. I didn't feel like myself. And I think experiencing social situations and just not drinking, like not wanting to drink and just being like, oh no, I'm chill, like I'm just not gonna drink. That just made me feel so much more empowered, so much more myself. I felt like I could really connect with people, and I just felt like people were getting to know the real me. So it's just been amazing. I just became someone, like I mentioned before, that I don't want to drink, and it doesn't feel good to me right now. And it might not always be like that, but for right now, I'm just kind of enjoying seeing who I can be out and about and not drinking. So that has been like the biggest habit for me, and it's been the thing that has changed how I feel the most. I'm willing to drink at any point. I'm willing to change my mind. Like, this is not something that is so strict. I don't have like an alcohol problem. It's just something for me that feels right now, and I'm just gonna continue going with it. So that is my first new habit. Okay, my second new habit has been eating more vegetables. You guys, I'm pretty sure this has been something that I've been trying to do for the last 5 years. I don't know why, but I just am not someone who goes for the vegetables. Like, I would way rather eat the bread and eat the pasta. And I mean, I think that might be everyone, but there's those girls that really love to eat salads. Like, that is just not me. Like, I don't even like salads. So this one has been hard. I think that every year I always write a goal that's like, eat really healthy or like be thin. And this is not about that. This is just about getting in a lot of nutrients through eating my vegetables and fruits. And I think that what I've noticed the most about cultivating this habit is I just feel better because I'm eating so much fiber. Like, my digestive system is amazing. And I know that it's just from eating like leafy greens and fiber and having smoothies and just getting all of those nutrients. I swear I feel a million times better. Okay, so here are my tips for cultivating this habit. 1, buy a ton of fresh produce. Like, it's so key. You just have to have it around. You need it prepped. So when you get home, wash it, prep it, look up how to keep vegetables like crisp in your fridge. It's different for leafy greens than it is for other vegetables. Have them in your fridge ready to go. Plan ahead what meals you're gonna make for dinner, what meals you're gonna take for lunch, all of it. What you're even gonna have for breakfast. Smoothies. Smoothies are so key for getting in spinach. I'm someone, I kind of get a little bit queasy when I just have like a mountain of leafy greens. It's just like too much for me, and just it's too much in my stomach. I think it always makes me feel a little bit nauseous. Smoothies, game changer. I get like 3 servings of spinach in, and it's great. I don't taste it, and they taste super good. And I put in a lot of other fruit and get other nutrients. Amazing. 2, focus on meals that are easy to cook and that just contain vegetables for the ingredients. So one of this is cauliflower rice. I also made a cauliflower mixture that was like taco meat. Just like get on Pinterest. And you can go to my Instagram because I post a lot of these meals on my Instagram at leilulemon. And I just focus on the vegetable as the main part of the meal. And I make sure that it tastes really good because then I want to eat it. So that has been a habit that has made me feel amazing. I feel just really, like I said, energized. And what's cool is that it's not about weight loss. It's not about having abs. It's not like how much protein can I get? Like how many calories am I eating? It's just about feeling good. And that's how all of these habits are. It's just about feeling good. It's not to reach any specific goals. And it just like that vibe makes it so much easier for these habits, for me to stick to these habits. Okay, habit number 3 is I've really been cultivating my yoga practice. So when I was in college, I took a couple yoga courses through the university where I got to learn really great form, and I got to really like cultivate, I got to really learn about what yoga meant and what it's used for. And ever since then, I've really just had a super inconsistent practice. Like, I would like to do it, but I didn't like go to a yoga studio, and I didn't really do it at home. I just kind of, maybe every once in a while I would do like a YouTube video. But this year for Christmas, I was given a gift card to a yoga studio that's like 1 minute away from my house. And I also signed up for Melissa Wood Health, who does amazing videos. those two together, those are the only workouts I've been doing. Again, this is not about like getting ripped abs and like a big butt and like looking super fit. This was like, yoga makes me feel amazing. I feel so much more like calm and conscious and just like great when I do it. I have just been loving it. Like, it is amazing. You can find a ton of free yoga stuff online. And to me, it's just an intention. I just want to do more, and it has made me feel, I can't even tell you just how much better compared to just like hitting the gym and lifting or doing cardio. Okay, habit number 4 is using skincare tools. So I really only have one that I've been using consistently, and that is my gua sha stone. This is a game changer. Oh my gosh, my skin has just always looked so fresh after I use it, and I feel like it has already improved fine lines so much in my forehead, so much in my smile lines. I use it with vitamin E oil, and I feel like it's one of those things that you have to do consistently to see results. Like, you can't just do it like once a month and see results. So I've really been focusing on every time I get out of the shower, or if I'm looking a little puffy, I'll do it in the morning. I've really been focusing on using my gua sha stone consistently so I can see those results. I think it's a great way to prevent wrinkles, especially when you're young. I think it's a great habit to start doing now, just taking care of your skin. You don't need expensive products. I bought that vitamin E oil at Trader Joe's. You can buy stuff on Amazon. You don't need pricey products. I'll tell you that right now. I use that and a moisturizer that I can also buy at Trader Joe's. And I don't make it complicated. I make it super easy, and I just really enjoy that practice, and it makes my skin look really good. So would recommend. Okay, my 5th habit that I haven't been doing, and I actually haven't been doing this since before 2020, is I don't drink caffeine. I specifically just don't drink caffeine in coffee because caffeine in tea just affects me differently, like in green tea or in matcha. That to me, it doesn't give me any kind of effect. So last year, I kind of cut back on coffee a little bit, and then I would notice that every time I drank it, I would get so anxious and just like super, like just like intense and like tight. And then in the afternoon, I would just crash. Like, I had no energy. Like 3 o'clock would come around and like I would need to take a nap. And I was like, what is going on with me? Like, this is so crazy. And I traced it right back to my caffeine intake, specifically through espresso and coffee. And I just became, like I mentioned about alcohol, I became someone who no longer wanted it. Like, it's not a willpower thing. I'm not like, oh, I really want that cocktail. I really want that cup of coffee. I don't. I still like the ritual. I like the taste. So sometimes at work, I will have a decaf latte. That is great for me. And I love matchas. I've been loving matchas so much. I'm going to start making them myself. So I just feel like that has helped me keep my energy so like consistent and level, along with eating really healthy and really like fresh produce and vegetables. I just feel like I have more energy. I don't have crashes and I don't get cranky. I just feel more consistent and calm and just really happy. So I've been loving not having caffeine, like absolutely loving it. So I didn't want this video to just be all about like, oh, I'm so perfect, I've been cultivating these habits, because I think habit cultivation is really hard, and I think it takes a long time, and I think it really takes that mindset thinking piece, and I don't think it's super easy. So I wanted to include 3 additional habits that I would like to have in my life, but I am not currently doing. Just to show you guys that I'm still a work in progress, and I'm really still working towards having better habits, so I'm not perfect yet. The first one, and this is like my kryptonite, you guys, it is waking up early. I swear, if I could just be someone that loved to go to sleep at 10 and wake up at 6 and go to my yoga, because I do yoga in the morning sometimes, and like take a shower and journal and like meditate before work, and I swear I would love that. But to me, waking up before like 8 a.m. seriously feel like I get offended. I am like, when my alarm goes off, especially if I couldn't like fall asleep the night before because my schedule is not exactly on, like my schedule right now is like fall asleep at 12:30, wake up at 9. Because I need a lot of sleep. Like I'm someone who I can't sleep 6 hours. I will be a zombie, and I try it and I'm a zombie. I'm someone that just needs a lot of sleep, and I just respect that about myself, and I get my sleep and I go to bed early if I have to. So waking up early is something that I'm absolutely still working on, because I would love to have that in my life and just be able to like knock my workout out. And I still do it. Here's my trick right now to doing it. I schedule my yoga class the night before, and I can't cancel it in the morning or else I get a class taken away or I have to pay for it. So I have to get up. But last week I scheduled one for 6 a.m. and I couldn't fall asleep the night before. And I woke up like actually like angry. And I was super anxious when I was trying to fall asleep because I was like counting down the hours until I have to wake up. Does anyone else do this? So that's one thing I want to keep working on. Number 2 is working out consistently, like in a routine. So I have been really great about cultivating my yoga practice, and I've actually been like noticing myself getting more flexible and all that great stuff. But one thing I'm not consistent with yet is how many times a week I do it. I want to work out 5 to 6 days a week. Not intense. I do super low impact working out, like walks, stretching even, but I want to move my body every single day because it makes me feel good. I think it's huge, and I'm just not doing that right now. I'm probably working out like 3 to 4 days a week right now. So I'd really like to move that up to like 5 to 6 days a week. And again, super low impact. I'm not like going and lifting weights and running every day. Like my workouts are very low key and not long. So I don't think that's a big deal to work out 5 days or 6 days a week. The last habit that I would really like to have in my life is keeping a consistent journal practice. I think journaling is huge for self-development. I think it's huge to understand yourself and to become a more present and conscious person, and it's huge in my life. But I notice that when I get busy, that's the first thing that slips through the cracks. That's the first thing that I'll just drop. And I noticed myself lately too, like not really being in the mood and just being like, oh, I don't really need to like journal about that. But when I've had a consistent journaling practice, along with all these other amazing habits, I feel like that's when I'm going to be my best self, my most successful self, like getting like the most growth and getting the most done in my business and all of that. And I know it's going to be huge. So I just want that to be something that, like I said, with working out, even if it's just 5 minutes, just sitting there, even if it's just writing down something I'm grateful for, taking that time for myself and to really looking in my own mind and understanding what's going on there. I think that's just like the key to an amazing life. I hope that you guys enjoyed this habits video. I would love to know what habits you guys are trying to create in your life. For now, I'm feeling really good. I'm really proud of myself. I'm talking to myself more kindly because I'm focusing on making myself healthy and happy, and I'm just really there for myself. So I would love for you guys to consider creating some of these habits in your own life. I hope that you guys enjoyed this kind of more sit down chat video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.